the lore thickens. We're halfway through season 2 of Marvel Rivals, and the gallery cards and the lore is getting crazy. They're going to Mars. they're going to Mars. They beat Ultron on Krakoa for somehow. Ultron, with all his, planning and all this stuff, they somehow managed to beat him. If you didn't know the story, I'll do like a 10-second catch-up. Where Ultron obviously invades the party, and then everyone goes to fight him, and then Ultron finds Cerebro for some reason, and then plugs himself into Cerebro so he can, never die and always come back with, different versions of himself. But then Iron Man takes a shell of one of the Ultron dead bodies and then converts it into being a good guy, which is why he's now a support character in Marvel Rivals, now you know. And then they somehow beat Ultron on Krakoa, and now they're heading to Mars. Which is crazy to me. And we start off the 2.5 event with this Iron Man thing where he's talking about how he brought Ultron into the game, pretty much, where he basically was like, oh, I converted him, and now I know that this metal that Ultron is made of called Mysterium is no longer a myth. It's real. It's not one of Hank Pym's crackpot theories. But he mentioned it to Emma Frost, and she was shocked. But she wasn't shocked because the metal was real. She was shocked because Ultron had his hands on it. Which is interesting because she whispered something to herself about a white hot room. What the frick can that be? I don't freaking know. If you know what it is, if it's something in the comics that I just don't know about, then please let me know down in the comments. I would love to know about it, so that way we know more about what's happening in the events. But since Emma Frost owes Iron Man a dance, he's gonna get that info somehow. But before we move on with the event, I gotta touch base there was a gallery card beforehand where we saw that Emma Frost is on the Krakoa Council, right? The council of all the X-Men and all that stuff with Magneto and Storm. When she convinced them to have the party, they left the room. And then there's a tree in the council room where she goes and speaks with Krakoa, the actual planet god herself, and is allied with Krakoa. Which brings us to this gallery card, where at the start of Marvel Rivals, Dr. Doom had this Chronovium experiment that went wrong, and basically all these timelines and stuff, they started branching onto each other, and then everyone was brought into the future of 2099, and now there's all these timelines of heroes that are fighting each other because some are good, some are evil, some are fighting for different things, and that's why we're playing the game that we're playing. But Krakoa, in being brought to the 2099 as well, with all these timelines crashing over each other, she gets hit with some of that Chronovium, and it's poisoning her. And Emma Frost knows this. Emma Frost partners with Dr. Doom in this, gallery card thing where Dr. Doom apparently says there's a way for him to fix that. And Krakoa's like, I don't know, he's a little shifty guy. And in that report, in the second half of the event where Black Widow is talking about, oh, hang on, I gotta find it, where Black Widow is talking about how she wants to, team up with Cap to figure out what Emma Frost is doing. Because she knows that Emma Frost and Dr. Doom are conspiring with each other, and she thinks it's a horrible thing. But I honestly think that Emma Frost loves her community way too much to betray them. I mean, that's why she's making the parties, right? She just wants to commune with everybody. She wants to manipulate everybody, obviously, but she also wants to create a haven for X-Men. That's her number one priority. She puts them above everybody, I think. At least that's what it's seeming to me. Maybe I've read it wrong. Please let me know down in the comments. But I think that Black Widow and Cap are going to figure out what she's doing and then try to stop Dr. Doom, because Krakoa also thinks that Dr. Doom is going to try and, backstab Emma Frost. I feel like in getting Cap and Black Widow together, they're going to try and stop Emma Frost and Dr. Doom, but then they're going to see that Dr. Doom is the actual manipulator here, and they're going to beat him up. Hopefully that's what happens. I don't know. But what's most interesting about this is that they were able to beat Ultron on the fight in Krakoa when he interrupts the party. That's what's most crazy to me. And of course now they're going to Mars. And then we get to this last gallery card where Hawkeye, Winter Soldier, and Magneto are actually going to try and team up. Because remember where Magneto was half covered in Ultron's nanomites, because Ultron was trying to take over Magneto, and then Magneto slowed his blood, so that way it didn't work. And now he's half himself and half Ultron. And Hawkeye and Winter Soldier are hoping to use that to take Cerebro off of Ultron, put it on Magneto, and have Magneto redesign Cerebro to make something to fully beat Ultron, which is a mouthful of stuff just in general to keep track of. Because I feel like whatever Magneto makes with Cerebro, even if Ultron lets that happen, is also I feel like that's somehow also going to coincide with what Emma Frost and Dr. Doom are doing. I don't know, but maybe Magneto will use that to stop, because Magneto is also on the council with Emma Frost, but he doesn't know about Krakoa. He doesn't know about Krakoa slowly dying, which is the thing. So there's a whole lot of moving pieces here, And there's so much I say, there's so much going on, and man, this event's going hard. I really want to know what the rest of the event is gonna be. But let me know what your thoughts on this are down in the comments. If you have any like different insights that I don't have, please let me know. I would love to keep discussing the lore. I love this stuff so much. So if you like this video, subscribe, like, comment down below, and I'll see you all in the next lore dump. Bye bye.